All right, people, we are live. We are live. This is part of my going live practice so I can get better at this. So, anybody who's watching now, you are part of the plan. You are part of the program. I appreciate it. So, welcome to day number 1 of the Love Show. So, why do we call it the Love Show? Because I'm looking at Twitter. I'm about to share. Let me share this screen real quick. I'm looking at X, at Twitter, and I'm seeing that, everybody's talking about love. Everybody is talking about DA Love. I thought this was going to be the Woody show, the Woody show. I thought this might be the Glanville show. I thought this was going to be the Fonnie Willis show, because this whole thing started with Fonnie Willis, and Fonnie is the person who gets all of the attention in the national media. If you turn on Fox News, you turn on CNN, you turn on MSNBC, you even listen to Donald Trump talking, right? People are talking about Fonnie. Fonnie's like the number one person. So I thought this was going to be the Fonnie Willis show. But this is not the Fonnie show. This is not the Woody show. Even though Woody definitely put things on the map, this isn't the Woody show. This is the ADA Love show. So I'm going to go to Twitter real quick, and we're just going to take a look and see what's happening in the culture, in the people who are really watching this trial. We're going to take a look, and we're going to see how people are talking about this. And y'all, let's be honest, this is a bit of a time filler. It's a little bit of a space filler while we haven't had trial on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today's Sunday, right? So we're just kind of we're coming together to bide our time a little bit until tomorrow. So good morning, Jay Glover. Good morning, still Sarah. So I'm gonna share my screen here. We're also gonna watch some videos. Okay, we're gonna watch some videos. Yes, Jay Glover, I agree with you. Hit the like button for me. Appreciate it. Let me go ahead and share my screen with the Twitter, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about here for a second. All right, so this is my Twitter, y'all. This is the Paralegal Institute Twitter. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna type in hashtag YSL trial. So while people are kind of streaming in a little bit, let's take a look at some of the things that are happening on Twitter, on X, as it relates to this trial. And we're going to see how this really is the love show. So first thing that shows up is Woody. Here it says Woody had 500,000 followers on TikTok, then they banned him. Dang, 600,000. Okay, so Woody certainly made a name for himself here on the YSL trial. Let me say good morning to people. Still Sarah. Why didn't we have court on Thursday and Friday? Because there was a hurricane, I think it's Helene, that came up through the Gulf of Mexico. It was supposed to pass over Atlanta, so they closed down the government as a result of a precaution. Morning, Cheryl. Morning, Jay Sneed. Morning, Anthony Thomas. Thank you, BSF Low. Appreciate it. Dr. Bombay. Miss Evel is funny. Who is Miss Evel? Who is Miss Evel, y'all? Is that Love? Oh, that's Love backwards. L-O-V. Oh, Miss Evel is funny. Okay, got it. Indy, Love, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Cheryl Baliki. I think I'm saying that right. Yes, the Storm. Good morning, PJ Strong. Okay, so we're going to continue, y'all. Now, while people are coming in, we're just taking a look at Twitter, and we're seeing what people are saying. Yo, this is the love show. This is the love show. Everybody, show some love by hitting the like button, please, y'all. Show some love by hitting the like button, please. Okay, so first things first. So the very first thing that comes up when I do YSL trial, which I think is the best Twitter handle to search for this trial, because if you just put YSL in, you get a bunch of Yves Saint Laurent stuff. If you put in Young Thug, you get a bunch of stuff that's just Thug, but then that's not related to the trial itself. So first thing is Woody. Second thing that comes up. Now, I don't know exactly how X decides the order to put things in because it's definitely not in strict chronological order. But by the way, if you are on Twitter, or if you're on X and you're making posts, you're going to get your shout out right now. Okay. You're going to get your shout out right now because we're going through and we're just going to take a look at some things that are popping up. Morning, Nakia Gonzalez. Morning, still Sarah. The storm, I don't believe, hit Atlanta. Weinstein said that it went off to the east, which means it would have gone on the side where I think basically on the Atlantic side, not going toward the interior of the country. Does anybody hear Evel's voice in your dreams? Best commentary on this trial. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. So let's take a look. So this is what T Hong. Let's take a look who is T Hong. You never know if these are people's real photos, but this is T Hong. So let's give a shout out to T Hong. Okay. T Hong says this is what comes up when T Hong searches for DA Love. Adrian Love, the epitome of style and elegance. Rockbridge Bruins. Adrian Love YSL, the epitome of style and elegance. What do y'all think about Love's style, y'all? I see a lot of people talking. I never comment on Love's style. You know, I might say, oh, she's wearing a green outfit today because of the whole slime thing. But I don't talk about Love's body. I don't talk about Love's style. A lot of people in the comments do, but I try to stay away from that. But since it's coming up here on Twitter, I'm going to entertain it just for this reason. But in general, I don't like to get involved in talking about people's physical appearance too much. You know what I mean? I don't, that's just not my style. But at any rate, since T Hong brought it up, do y'all think Love is the epitome of style and elegance? Adrian Love, rising star of YSL. Let's see. Young Thug. Okay, so these first two things I think is what T Hong is talking about, saying look like somebody injected into the Google search some more appealing or some more positive things about Love. Oh, we got Miss Lily in the building. Let me go ahead and see. Miss Lily, can I put you as a... Oh, okay. So you have your moderator wrench. Good. All right, we got a moderator in the building. Aunt Lala, we got a member here. Aunt Lala, thank you. So y'all think Anthony Thomas says straight out of JCPenney. Miss Love is a tall woman, obviously, right? She looks like she's probably at least 5'8", maybe 5'7", 5'8", maybe 5'9". I'm not sure. She and Hilton are obviously taller women. They have to come to court every single day, usually 5 days a week, and be on camera. I think it's probably a little difficult to dress yourself as a tall woman with, basically knowing that the world's going to be looking at you every day. I'm a little bit sympathetic to that, honestly. They have to, like the judge can wear a robe, the defendants, they do what they do. They're, so I imagine they all are, I don't want to say all stars, but the defendants usually are dressed nicely. But this is the Love show. Love is the one we're looking at all day, every day. So, excuse me. So I definitely think that it's probably difficult to try to put on that image and that face every single day. But T Hong says when she searches for Love, someone is bolstering and cleaning up Love's online profile. All right, let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. This is something Empress Fox brought up, y'all. Now, Empress, if y'all don't know who Empress is, let's get a picture of Empress. Empress actually went to the court, I believe it was last week, and she did a protest outside. So Empress did a fair trial protest outside, and that time she was out there by herself. And Empress has been doing a lot of tweeting on the trial. Now, Empress is showing here something called the Brady List. I think Class E Beats covered this yesterday on his channel. So y'all check that out if you want more information. But apparently this is, I'm going to show y'all this real quick. This is a website apparently where you can go in and report Georgia attorneys who it looks like this site, then you can, well, not just attorneys, you can file complaints on officers, prosecutors, and judges. And it looks like they gather this information and then send this information over to the Bar Association, is what it looks like. And it looks like people have made a file and a report on Adrian Love. Offenses including, again, if you want more information, I saw Class E Beats. He covered this yesterday, so check out his channel and check out his coverage of this. I believe it was this same thing. Attorney misconduct, cooperative misconduct, and failure to disclose Brady or Giglio material. Okay. The complaint has been forwarded to the State Bar of Georgia. Now, y'all remember, I believe it was Weinstein. I believe, no. It was Melnick. Melnick said he was going to report Love to the bar. It was Melnick, if I remember correctly. He said he's going to report Love to the bar. But later in an interview, I believe with Caleb Bumpus, he said he never did do it. Now, y'all, in law school, they taught us that reporting another lawyer to the bar is like almost like dropping a nuclear bomb. You know, it is like dropping the 2,000-pound high explosive bomb. It's like you're doing something that is reserved for like pretty much the last step. So any lawyer who's reporting another lawyer to the bar, that's serious business. Now, I don't know for sure that this is a lawyer who created this file. But here we have different motions that the lawyers in the YSL trial have filed against Love, but they are attached by whoever created this. They are attached as supporting documents. So let me ask y'all a question. Like, Love is the villain, y'all. That's why I call this the Love Show. Love is among the trial watchers, among the people, among the public who are watching this trial. Love is the villain. She is the one who's impeding justice. And trust me, I get it. I try to be more neutral, okay? Personally, especially because I'm commenting, I'm putting my face out here. I'm kind of representing, I'm kind of representing an organization, Paralegal Institute. I try to be more neutral, right? So you'll see some titles on our videos that are provocative, right? You will see that. But I usually try to be as neutral as possible. So usually if you'll hear my voice on the intro, I will say a lot of times people are saying this and people are saying that. So I'm going to give my personal opinion, y'all. I think what we're seeing with Love is what is probably very common with prosecutors. I think that there are a set of rules, and so far, neither Judge Whitaker nor Judge Glanville before her have found any violations that have risen to the level of a mistrial. So essentially, Love is playing within the rules. So imagine you're watching a basketball game. Like, I remember one clip I always remember of a very serious foul in a basketball game is Isaiah Thomas. This is back in the day, probably late 80s, early 90s. Isaiah Thomas is going up for a shot, I believe it was, and he gets fouled like in the face, causing blood and so on and so forth. And that's, was it an accident? Without showing. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find this. So if I can find it, we'll take a look at it real quick. But you could say, is that part of the game? Is part of the game when a star player or anybody is going up for that shot and you can kind of do something that looks like it's accidental, but you can kind of, give it a little so that, is that part of the game or isn't it? You know what I mean? So let me see. Isaiah Thomas hard foul. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna show y'all. Even for non-basketball people, here it is. Here it is. Even I'm gonna turn the volume off. Let me see here. Can I find it? Okay. Let's see. Um, let's see. Oh no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it, y'all. But anyway, that's one example. That's one example, right? That's one example. His dude was he got hard fouled a lot. But the point is, like, if you are on a side, you're on a team, and you can give the other side a hard foul, but you can remain in the game. You can, you know, the coaches, you know, the referees, you know, the atmosphere. If you can hard foul the other team, you can make the other team bleed. You can get the other team riled up. You can get the other team to offer their game. You can make the other team want to fight you. If you can do that as part of trying to win your game, and it seems like an effective strategy, is it dirty? 100%. But if it's not to the extent where the game is called off, it's not to the extent where you get ejected from the game, it's not to the extent where you get a fine, a huge fine that you can't afford to pay. If it's all within what the referees will allow. Yeah, it's the Karl Malone one. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. Isaiah Thomas, is it Karl Malone? That's the one I wanted to see. Okay, here it is. Oh man, that's 4 minutes though. We don't have time to watch that whole thing. Here it is, 28 seconds. All right. Y'all, this is terrible video, but let's see what we can see. Oh, yeah, that was the one. Yeah, if you can do this, check that out. Check that out, y'all. If you can do this to somebody and stay in the game, look at that. Bow. If you could do this to somebody and stay in the game, and you can, I mean, if you can do this and stay in the game, it's not very clear right there. If you could do this and stay in the game, do you do it? If you could do this and stay in the game, do you do it? So essentially, what we feel like is this is the defense, and that's love. And that's the defense on the ground. And everybody's like, yo, ref, like, you know, we need something to happen, right? And this is us. This is all of us. We kirking out. We going crazy. We like, oh my gosh, you see it. People want to fight, right? But the thing is, if you don't get ejected, if you don't get fined, if you get a foul, you know, oh, a foul. Okay, well, I got 6 fouls in this game. I have 5 before I get ejected. I think number 6 you get ejected. So I got 5 fouls I can do in this game. I could do another 5 tomorrow before I get ejected on number 6. So I could foul 5 times. I'm not getting a fine. I'm not getting ejected from the game. The game is not totally getting called off because of what I did today. It's all within the game, and we hate it. We dislike it. It's uncomfortable to watch. But what we gotta have to understand is this is our legal system, y'all. This is our court system that we are all responsible for. We are responsible for this. We are responsible for this. This is our thing. This is our thing. You know, and particularly if you're a resident or citizen of the state of Georgia, this is your thing. But as Americans, this is our thing, right? By the way, y'all, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Aunt Lala, I'm not gonna clap too loud. Thank you. Gifted 5 PIW memberships. Y'all, we're gonna be doing some. I have something that, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all now. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. I'm about to show y'all something. All right, I'm about to show y'all something. I don't know how many people here are really like wanting, who work in the legal field or who really want to go deep into the legal field, but this is like a real paralegal program. I'm about to show y'all right now. This is our paralegal program. We have like hundreds of people going through this program. Aunt Lala, thank you. Appreciate it so much. We have, oh, Anthony, you got one. Lady Red got one. Cheryl Baliki got one. Y'all, this is our paralegal program. I'm not going to take too much time on this because I don't want this to be a commercial. But this is our first class, Intro to Law. You get LexisNexis, y'all, with this. You get like legal research, etc. So why am I showing you this? Because I personally am about to reformat this whole program, and this program is going to be YSL based, meaning all of the modules of our program, we talk about site checking, we talk about paralegal ethics, we talk about family law, we talk about torts, which is injury law, civil rights, employment discrimination, civil procedure, contracts, immigration law. All of this going to be tied into the YSL trial. It's going to be crazy, y'all. And our members, our highest members, I think it's $9.99 a month. You're going to be able to watch all these videos. Only our students are going to have like the homework and so on and so forth, where you actually will earn a paralegal certificate. So what I'm thinking is I'll do the classes live like I'm doing them now. So if you're on a live, you'll see them. If you screen record, you'll have it. The members will be able to watch the playback, and our students will be able to access this, which is the homework and all of that stuff, where you will actually earn a paralegal certificate. You'll get an internship and all of that stuff. This is like a legit paralegal certificate. We've been around for 20 years, y'all. So anyway, we have a final exam and all that stuff. So again, we're going to reformat it such that everything is tied in. We're going to somehow even tie immigration into YSL trial. Like how, I have no idea. We'll make it happen. So it'll all be tied in. I'm thinking about doing it live, right? Doing it live like this for everybody who just tunes in. The replays will be for the members only. And then again, the students will have their certificate, etc. So let's go back to what I was saying earlier. So we have this thing that we might call kind of like, I don't want to call it a game. You know what I mean? I don't want to call it a game, but we have something we can liken to a game. And you know, this is like reporting one of the players to the league, basically. Like, hey, you need to check out this play. Y'all think anything's gonna happen? I don't know. Shazah says certified YSL shenanigans expert. I like that. Certified YSL shenanigans expert. Okay. Let's keep going down the love show, y'all. Let's keep going down. Oh, vague and ambiguous. There are two people who have done, it looks like independently, they did something similar. It's really strange how things seem to be out there in the ether, and then different people come up at the same time and do something similar. Aunt Lala gifted another PIW membership. Thank you so much. Aunt Lala is on a roll today. Who got it? Who got it? Let's see who got it. We need some emojis. I made some emojis. They just didn't come out very well. I'll have to work on that again. I have to look at a tutorial because I made some pretty good ones actually. So we'll get on that. So check this out, y'all. If you go to vague and ambiguous, let's take a look and see what the handle is. The handle on X is V_ambiguous. V_ambiguous. If you take a look at that, vague and ambiguous has made, vague and ambiguous has made a list of the YSL co-defendants who have testified. Okay. And I think vague and ambiguous also has made another list. Yeah. Has made a list of all of the people. I think this is the complete witness list. Okay. The complete witness list. So check out V_ambiguous on X if you would like to access this. You have people out here doing some pretty amazing things. Let me go ahead and give a shout out as well. I just saved this. Let me show y'all this. I just saved it. So I don't have the link back to who did it. Whoever did this, hit me up. Let me know. This person actually has links to okay, these are the days of the trial. link to the YouTube videos, and then they actually put here who testified. If you look, if you can see, these are people who testified, and they have the transcript for what was said. So again, I'm sorry. I would love to give you credit. I just saved this to my bookmarks, but I just saved the link to my bookmarks. I did not save who did it. If anybody knows who did it, okay, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. That is the link. Y'all can copy that and paste it. Okay. I don't know how to make it a link. That's the link to this document, again, which has links to the different YouTube videos from the different days. It has, where appropriate, I guess these first 2 days, maybe these were opening statements, so there were no witnesses. Where appropriate, it has the names of the witnesses from those days, and it has the transcripts so that you can go and search through the transcripts and see who said what on those particular days. I'm gonna put the link in one more time. Again, I don't know if this is gonna come up as a link for you. If not, just copy it and paste it as a link. So again, if you want to know what happened on which day of the love show, y'all. So we have V, vague and ambiguous, who did something similar. And then we have this other person. Again, sorry. I would love to give you credit. I didn't save the X page or whatever. I just saved your wonderful work. So whoever you are, thank you so much. All right, let's continue going down the love show, y'all. QZ has some. Did y'all anybody watch our video from yesterday? I tried to just, trying to tide the people over. Some moments from QZ.
So, who else was lying? You.
QZ said Miss Love was slime.
So,
Also said
who else was lying?
Miss Love were messing around.
You.
Y'all know sometimes I'm rushing these videos, and I made a big mess up boo-boo yesterday. I made a boo-boo because I would have put the Detective Gaither messing around with Garlington's aunt on that video, but I just spaced out. You know what I mean? That should have definitely gone into the messing around video, y'all. So yesterday's video was too much messing around, and the Gaither and the aunt should have been in there. The Gaither and the aunt should have definitely been in there because that was some messing around going on. But I don't know. I just spaced out. So in case anybody did not catch it, and I know probably if you're on this live, you did. QZ says that Garlington, who's the other little D, he says that Garlington's aunt was in a relationship with Detective Gaither, who was investigating YSL. So I'm going to say it again. Garlington is the other little D. This little D said that the other little D's aunt was messing around. I shouldn't say messing around. They say they were. He says they were in a relationship. Garlington's aunt was in a relationship with Gaither. Gaither was investigating Garlington, and supposedly Gaither was living with Garlington while investigating him and his friends. Okay, how is that possible? Garlington's aunt is in a romantic relationship and maybe even married to a detective. Garlington lives with his aunt and the detective, and that detective is investigating the same Garlington. Lady Red, let's just say you have a guy named Garlington. He lives with his aunt and his aunt's wife. So his aunt and his aunt's wife are in a same-sex relationship, okay? They're two women. His aunt is in a same-sex relationship with another woman. What's that other woman's name? That other woman's name is Gaither. So Garlington lives with his aunt and his aunt's wife in a same-sex relationship, Auntie and Gaither. Gaither, what is her profession? She's a police detective. She's a gang detective. What is she investigating primarily? She's investigating a gang called YSL. Who is supposedly in this supposed game called YSL? Garlington. You mean the same Garlington who lives with Gaither in the house with Garlington's aunt? Yes, that is the accusation. Okay. So it looks like Lady Red didn't know that. So the accusation from Zachary, who has the nickname Lil D, is that Garlington, who also has the nickname Lil D, is living in a house with his own aunt and his aunt's wife, and his aunt's wife, with whom he lives, is a gang detective investigating the supposed gang of which Garlington is a key member. Uh, Gaither is retired, correct. But Gaither, this is back in 2015, y'all. This would have been 2015. This is not now. Okay, so at that time, Gaither was not retired. Okay. Now, y'all have to understand we're talking about a massive conflict of interest. Yes, allegedly. This is all allegedly, y'all. I'm not saying this is what Zachary said. Zachary, so it's not alleged that Zachary said it. He absolutely did say it. Now, do we know it to be true? No, we do not. So we're not saying that the contents of what Zachary said was true. But the fact that Zachary did say this is 100% true. Okay. So we know he said it. He even said it on the stand. But do we know that what he said was factual? We do not know that. Okay. So what would be the implication if that were true? It's hard to it's hard to know because Garlington has been to jail for or prison for acts that are now part of this RICO. And so if Garlington had escaped punishment and everybody else didn't, then you would have more of a corruption type of angle. But Garlington did not escape punishment. But then you also have to ask, well, what happened in the house? You know, this is all presuming that they lived together, y'all. I don't know. But if they did, you might even have to say, wow, did she and Garlington have problems? Could that have played into this whole case? To the fact that, so it really is a huge conflict of interest to be living with somebody you're investigating and putting, criminal charges on. Huge, huge, huge conflict of interest. Lala. Okay, what did Cheryl say that you hadn't heard? Cheryl, I wonder if defense knows. Cheryl, apparently at special dinners, they talk about the trial. This was spread to what special, Cheryl, who, when you say they talk about the trial, who were supposedly at these special dinners? Who are you referring to? I've heard others speak about all this on other channels. Okay, so Cheryl, if you can say who was supposedly at these special dinners when you say they, we can get into that. So let's continue, y'all. Now, I want to give a shout out to Miss Sylvia. I think everybody here likes Miss Sylvia. She has a lot of controversy around her name consistently. I don't know. I think some of this stuff stems from things that happen that I'm not aware of. I really think that there are things that have happened that people start referring to stuff I don't even know what they're talking about. But as far as I'm concerned, Miss Sylvia, I want to give a shout out to her. And on Miss Sylvia's channel, y'all, okay, I'm gonna pause that. This is another thing I wanted to touch on the video yesterday, which was too much messing around. Okay, so one thing I didn't get into was Gaither. Gaither supposedly being in a relationship with Garlington's aunt and living with Garlington. That's one. But two, and this was another thing that I wanted to get into, but I did not get into it. Now, why? Because Miss Sylvia, infamous Sylvia, let's look up infamous Sylvia. All right. Now, Miss Sylvia, she went live the other day and she did a live where she talked about something, but that live is not there anymore. So anybody who was watching her live from, I guess this would have been Friday, 2 days ago, okay, Miss Sylvia was talking about something on her live and it's not there anymore. I don't think it was during this subpoena live. I think she did a different live where she mentioned something. Now, what happened? Are you all aware that on Wednesday, when court let out, I believe it was Wednesday, there was a car crash. The transport van that was carrying some of the defendants back to Rice Street was involved in a car crash. Are y'all aware of that? Nobody was seriously injured, at least at that time. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. Hold up. No, at that time there were no reported serious injuries, right? I'm about to show y'all. So let's go to Joseph Papp. Okay, here we go. The FCSO, so I think that's Fulton County Sheriff Office transport van. They were traveling in from court back to the jail yesterday evening, was involved in a traffic accident. Okay. The driver of the vehicle that hit the van was cited. All passengers were medically evaluated and returned to the jail. Okay. So there was I don't think it was Thursday because court was closed on Thursday. Sylvia might have mentioned it on Thursday, but I think that the actual crash happened on Wednesday. Okay. The crash happened Wednesday. Maybe Sylvia mentioned it either Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure. But at any rate, so this was a car crash, a van crash. And I don't know if anybody was injured. They say they were returned to the jail. But, sometimes certain injuries, you're not aware of them right away in a crash. But when Miss Sylvia talked about it, all right, now this is not rumors because I saw it myself. Miss Sylvia said that I don't want to get into. I feel like I'm gossiping now, y'all. So I have to make sure I don't feel like I'm gossiping because I'm not a gossip type of person. But she did say this, and I saw it myself. So Friday night on the T thumbnail. Let's take a look, y'all. Let's see if we can find it. I would much rather let Miss Sylvia speak for herself. Let's see. We have videos here. Her most recent video is 2 months ago, so it's not a video. All right. Then we have lives here. Or was this on her other channel? I know Miss Sylvia has another channel. So it was not this one. It wasn't the subpoena one, y'all. It wasn't the subpoena video. Did she link her other channel? Nah. So the thing is, one of the reasons why when Miss Sylvia mentioned what she had to say, she kind of whispered it, and I played it back 3-4 times, and maybe I'm not the most insightful guy, but I wasn't 100% sure of what she said. Can anybody see if we can get Miss Sylvia on for her to just say it herself? Is it possible that Miss Sylvia can pop on here? She might be at church right now. It's 10:30. Miss Sylvia is probably at church. I would love for her to come up and just talk about this herself. But at any rate, okay. I'm going to say this, y'all. I'm going to say this. Take this with a grain of salt because I cannot put Miss Sylvia's video up here where she says it, one. And I might have misunderstood a little bit too. But it seems like she was saying that there's a lawyer who's going to help at least one of the people who was involved in the crash is Harriet Cole says the video is gone. She said one of the people involved in the crash has a lawyer. And so I'm guessing one of the defendants. I don't know, okay? But it seems like she was saying one of the people involved in the crash has a lawyer now, and that person is romantically involved with the lawyer. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean anything for the case? I don't know, right? That's one of the reasons why I didn't mention it in yesterday's video about messing around. I don't know who the lawyer is. Apparently, it's a woman lawyer, I imagine. And the idea that one of these defendants might have a woman lawyer girlfriend is kind of interesting. Uh, yeah, Kiki the connector in relation with the lawyer. Too much involved is right. Yeah, so but Miss Sylvia was saying she doesn't know who the lawyer is, so on and so forth. So, but again, I'm only mentioning this because again, we made this video yesterday about messing around, kind of talking about different angles of people mentioning things and doing things in this trial or whatever. It would have been cool to include that. But again, when I went back to Miss Sylvia's page, that live is gone. So y'all hit Miss Sylvia up whenever she maybe, I don't know if she's in church right now or not. Cheryl, people in the comments were mentioning that person. I'm not going to say her name and put her on blast. Miss Sylvia repeatedly says she does not know. So that obviously I don't know anything, but Miss Sylvia was saying she doesn't know. So I'm gonna stick with Miss Sylvia because I don't know any more than she knows because she's the person who brought the news. And of course, people were saying that name, and Miss Sylvia kept saying, "I don't know. I honestly don't know the name of the person." So that's where it stood. But it just the point of even bringing this up, y'all, is because it kind of goes with the theme where this trial is so long, it has so many people involved, and people are in communication. They're they're like this, and eventually little romances start popping off. And as you can see with the investigator we talked about yesterday, who many of you guys and girls will remember from months ago, investigators trying to get with people, things are just they're interesting. All right, y'all. So let's go back to the love show, y'all. Let's go back to the love show. All right. Again, we're just kind of getting together. We're just kind of, you know, uh doing our little community thing on an off day. It's the fourth day with no trial. So we're doing what we do. Lily, Woody close to his ex-lawyer. Yeah, I saw her show up on one of his 20v1s, y'all. That's cool. She's been able to really get her name out there, and hopefully it's paying off for her in her career and whatnot. I think it's really cool. Let me ask y'all. Oh, I saw this picture. I didn't take this image, y'all, but this is the thumbnail for today's live, right? I actually had to pull this up. I had to because I don't like having this law and crime thing here. So I had to pull this up on like the video without this big stamp on it and go and like scroll through the whole video to try to find this. What do y'all think about this, y'all? What do y'all think about this? I would have put this in yesterday's video. Of course, I'm not saying that this guy is doing anything with Miss Love, but it's interesting, isn't it? Isn't it interesting that that gave her a little pat on the back, y'all? He always rubs her as he passes. Oh, y'all. See, y'all, what we need is, I'm gonna tell y'all, and I should create this. What we need is a centralized place. Matter of fact, y'all, if you are not on my Twitter, if y'all aren't on my Twitter, our Twitter, it's growing very slowly. We have 332 people on here. Please, if you haven't hit the like, please. And as a matter of fact, I'm putting the Twitter since it comes up as a link. Y'all go follow us on Twitter. And then when anything comes up, hit the @ I'm gonna give you, if you want, I will certainly shout you out in any video for anything that we use, right? I'll shout you out for anything that we use in a video, okay? So follow us on Twitter. I'm about to put this on here again. I doubled up on it. Follow us on X, and if you notice anything, that's the best way for you to reach out and send me an @ Y'all see I'm using stuff. This is something I picked up on myself, y'all. This is something I picked up on myself. I didn't see anybody else notice this part. I didn't see anybody else talk about this. This was a short from yesterday, y'all.
Somebody probably from the DA's office is going to escort you to whichever hotel this is they end up putting.
Can it be her walking out the door?
Can it be what?
Oh, right there walking out the door.
All right, so I did not know who it was. There's at least two kind of youngish women who show up in court. One, I'm now understanding, I think is an investigator, and the other one I think might be on the DA team. Okay, so the one that you're about to see, I think she's an investigator. I think she might be with the investigator side, where I think the other woman might be more like, I don't know if she's a young attorney or a paralegal or what have you. Okay. So we have QZ, who has a girlfriend, I believe. Y'all, I'm not gonna go off on that. I am gonna go off on it so y'all won't wonder what I was gonna say. I think people, when you get on TV, man, I just think when you know people are watching you and stuff, I think people act differently. And I'm not saying how I know how QZ acts, so I don't know him, but I think he has a girlfriend, right? Like, man, if I did this and I came home, my wife would be like, "Yo, what was that? You just embarrassed me in front of the whole world. Like, come on, like you try to holler at somebody on TV, basically." But anyway,
To escort you to whichever hotel this is they end up putting.
Can it be her walking out the door?
Can it be what?
Oh, right there walking out the door.
I don't know whether it's going to
That
be
whole
that
lot-
particular investigator or not.
okay, so he asked for her walking out the door. We didn't see her, but people speculated who it was. Now watch what happens. So that day that was Friday, right? Last Friday, and he had to go to the hotel, right? But I think he wound up going to his mom's house, but the judge was sending him home, sending him to the hotel. And he was like, "Hey, can she take me to the hotel?" All right, man. I hope I wouldn't do that. You know, I have a wife. I hope I wouldn't do that. Anyway, several days later, let's watch what happens, y'all.
Several days later.
All right.
Now, this is when he's finally done, y'all. Check this out.
You are now free to go.
And put this on my leg.
Okay, he's walking out, y'all. Now, check this out. I didn't see anybody else who noticed this.
Call your next witness.
Y'all saw, as soon as he walked out, she got up with a huge smile on her face, y'all. Now, again, this was a joke. She might be married. Obviously, it's just a joke, okay? She's at work, y'all. So don't take this seriously. Don't say that I'm saying anything. I'm literally just making funny content or interesting content. I'm not suggesting anything. But I thought it was interesting because everybody said that he was pointing at her when he said, "Can she take me over to the hotel?" And then when he finally is able to get up and go, as soon as he walks out, she get up with a huge smile and walks out too. You know? I don't know, y'all. I thought that was funny. Oh, QZ's girlfriend was there that day. Hey, I don't know. I'm not gonna make any more comments about. I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was a funny moment, but I didn't see anybody else pick up on it. That when he got up and walked out, Lily. Okay, maybe, you know what I mean. Maybe she has to go with him wherever he was on that. He was gonna say here that she's been the
Whichever
one.
hotel this is they end up.
Walking out the door.
He's
Can it
been
be
saying
what?
she's been with me. It sounds like he's about to say.
Oh, right there walking out the door.
I don't know whether it's going to
That
be
who
that
locked-
particular.
He said that who locked. It sounds like he's gonna say that who locked me up or something like that. So it does sound like she's been attending to him in that professional capacity. No,
Investigator or
it
not.
was just a joke, okay? It's just a joke, obviously. So nobody take that nobody take that seriously. Don't send that to her boyfriend saying whatever, or husband or whatever, okay? Or whoever. All right. So anyway, let's get back, y'all. Let's look at a few more things here. Again, we're just gearing up. Anybody know who's tomorrow? Anybody know who's coming up tomorrow? Take a look at some more DA Love stuff. Oh, what did y'all think about this? Shout out to Empress Fox again. What did y'all think about this, y'all? Was this okay? Was this DA Love showing an image to the jury? Was this DA Love? I'm gonna turn off the sound. I'm gonna just let it play. Was this DA Love showing an image to the jury, y'all? I'm gonna just let it play. Will it just play over and over? All right, it's just gonna run. It's just gonna run. Oh, y'all can't see this. Let me share my tab. Sorry about that. Was this DA Love showing an image to the jury? What do y'all think? Somebody, okay, Val Leonardo says, yes, she was showing that image deliberately. Now, in my breakdown of this, I zoomed in on this image, and I also showed the image because they did show an image in court. Okay. They showed an image in court. So what I said is, if it's the same image, okay, then it's kind of no harm, no foul. She's about to show this image on the big screen anyways. You can't really say she was being a sly fox. Somebody here said sly fox. Okay. Casey, ma'am, I'll come to your comment in 1 second. Let me show this real quick. So I'm gonna go to my video on this. Okay. I'm gonna go to my video on this so that I can show y'all the side by side. Okay, so we made a short about this, and I'm about to show you right now. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn the volume off since I'm actually here talking now. I don't think I can make this bigger though. That's the only problem. I probably put this on our Twitter. Let me see if I can find it on our Twitter, because then I can make it bigger. Let me see if I can find it on our Twitter, because then I can make it bigger. I didn't put this on our Twitter. I must be tripping. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, y'all. Check this out. Okay. Check this out. Is this me? Oh, man. Oh, no, this is the y'all might kill me. That actually happened at the same time. What I'm trying to show y'all is like the side by side. Oh, I think I didn't put this on Twitter because Empress Fox had put it up there first, and I didn't want to like steal her thunder with this. So we're going to have to watch this on YouTube. It's not that big, but just watch. So here at the end, I do a side by side. These are the two images. The bottom image is the image that they showed in court. I believe that the jury was present. So that would mean that the jury saw as in part of the trial, the bottom image. The top image is a screen grab of that paper she lifted up. And some people say she was showing it to the jury. I asked the question. I don't know what she was doing, but I do see that it did look like it was positioned so that the jury could see it. Not saying that was intentional. When I look at these two images, the top image and the bottom image do not look like the same image, because it would be clear this person at the top should have on this should be a white shirt. So for me, this is the image from in her hand. So I literally zoomed in on it and I turned it. I rotated it so that it would fit within this screen. Okay. She lifted it up vertically, so I kind of made it a little bit more horizontal. It looks like the same day because this white car looks like the same white car. And it looks like it's parked in the same way, where you have this parking thing kind of sticking out here on both sides. But what looks like is different is whoever this person is that's in the frame. This person is OG Bentley. I think they identified this person as OG Bentley. And this person at the top, I don't know who that is. This does look like it's a human, but because the resolution on the camera that's recording this was not that sharp, we just can't determine who this top person was. presumably on the paper, it has good resolution. So people said Love was surreptitiously trying to show this to the jury. I don't know. I'm not accusing her of anything. I am showing you what we can find from what was shown in court. This was clearly shown in court. This bottom image, that's why it's so crisp. The top image is on that paper. That's her. That is literally in her hand right there. I do not believe they ever showed this top image in court. Okay. So you be the judge. You be the judge. Okay. You be the judge. Let's see what some people said. She probably switching images. It absolutely was. The defense needs to verify every image she shows a witness. Miss Lily says, I'm willing to bet she was unprepared. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this was, y'all. So that does carry an assumption the jury is paying extreme attention. Shaza, you know, people have said that. One person made a comment, well, if you didn't catch it, then the jury didn't either. Y'all, this is a trial that's going to be hundreds of days long. There is no smoking gun in this trial so far. This is a game of inches. You're trying to move a heavy weight this many inches in this direction, and the defense is trying to move it, either prevent it from moving or to move it back in the other direction if the prosecution looks like. This is not a smoking gun thing. This is not, oh, you show the jury one image and you're going to win the case. So my point is, you want to just do every little thing you can. That's why DA Love has been launching so many objections, y'all. Have y'all noticed how many times she objects? Sometimes within a 5-minute span or 5 minutes of questioning span. Sometimes she'll object 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a very short period of time. Why? Because she's accumulating over time. She's building up as in she's trying to get inch after inch after inch after inch after inch. So I'm not saying that she showed this image on purpose. If anybody were to do that, it's not to win the case right there. It's just to plant a seed in, even if it's in one juror's mind. There's 12 people on a jury. They're not all going to be paying attention, right? But it would be, oh, this one juror saw this and it was a seed. Good. Because all I had to do was this. It took me 2 seconds to do that. Again, I'm not saying definitively that she did that. I brought it up because other people had noticed it. So I wondered what the people thought. But, you know, it's not about winning the case right there. Okay. It's not about winning the case right there. Let's go to Super Chat from Casey May. Okay. First of all, Tebow DC don't send a $4.99 super sticker. I appreciate it. That's one of our DC people. I appreciate that. Of course, we want to recognize Aunt Lala again for gifting 6 memberships today. Casey May said, let's show this. I have an issue, as a matter of fact, I have an issue with the state not allowing QZ to have his meds, pain medicine. Then 2 days later, QR mentioned on the stand the state drove him to get his medicine. I guess that's QZ. That seems like bribery. Y'all, everybody had a problem with the whole QZ thing. Okay. The whole QZ thing was a fiasco. And the medication is a very sensitive thing, I guess. The medication is very sensitive because he apparently uses strong narcotics. And strong narcotics can cause your testimony to not be reliable due to whatever reason. So I totally agree when he said that they didn't allow him to get his medication, when they seem to be rationing his medication, they seem to be in control of him. And just the very fact that he was under arrest because his dad may or may not have said some stuff. And he understands, he's like, man, I'm grown. I wonder, can you even have somebody under arrest who's a grown man who is, not under any kind of like legal care from his parents, can you arrest me because my dad said something? I mean, if I'm so ill that he has to care for me and I'm under his care, okay, that makes sense because he's controlling me. But if I'm out in the world, my dad said my son's not going to testify. Okay, well, arrest the son. What? So to me, even that seems sketch and shady. By the way, y'all, if you're on TikTok, Taylor Umbridge, Tay. Oh, let me just I'm gonna put it in the chat. TikTok Taylor Umbridge. She has been doing an excellent job, and she has she's been in communication with the family, and I just put her link down. She has graciously allowed us to use content from her TikTok, which is excellent. And she's been in touch with the family, and she has talked about the warrant and the affidavit that the court had before it to even go arrest Mr. Zachary in the first place. So you can find that on Taylor's TikTok, which I just put as a link. And again, Taylor, if you see this, thank you for allowing us to use your content. It's very gracious of you. So yes, Miss Casey May, I totally agree. But the state, they're trying to build a case. And what matters to them more than anything is getting people in jail. Now, that brings me to another thing, y'all. This is another thing that we had on our shorts, YouTube shorts. I'm going to show this one to you. Now, y'all, this was one where I don't want y'all to be fooled, okay? I don't want y'all to be fooled. There are a bunch of videos online saying that this prosecutor says, we just want to get the leaders, dude. I don't care. Talking about Young Thug. Listen closely and tell me what you hear.
Should the court wish to find he is only admissible as a lay witness, we'll put in the videos through him as a lay witness. That's fine, too.
Christian,
We just want to get the leaders in. I don't care who's coming.
Okay, y'all. So I'm debunking this one. And what's interesting is, even though I believe I debunked this on one of my videos, some people are like, nah, man, I don't care what you say. She said leaders. If you listen, you have enough context right here. You have enough context right here to know what she's talking about. Okay, listen to her says videos. What happened? There are a bunch of videos. This is me talking first. Online saying that this prosecutor says, we just want to get the leaders, dude. I don't care. Talking about Young Thug. Listen closely and tell me what you hear. Okay, listen. She's going to say videos. She's talking about videos that will come in through there was a debate about this guy who had done some Photoshop work on some videos, and the defense is saying he's not an expert. The prosecution basically is saying, I don't care if you call him an expert or a lay witness. Okay. Then when she sits down, she's just like, we just want to get the videos in. I don't care how they come in. In other words, I don't care if they come in with this person saying with him being rude as an expert. I don't care if the videos come in with him being rude as a lay witness. As long as the videos come in, we good. So listen up. Now that's the context.
Should the court wish to find he is only admissible as a lay witness, we'll put in the videos through him as a lay witness. That's fine, too.
We'll put in the videos through him as a lay witness.
Christian,
We just want to get the leaders in. I don't care who's coming.
So the reason I put this title on is because people online had tagged this way back over a year ago. They had tagged this as, we just want to get the leader. No, that's not what she said. Okay. But there will be people in the comments saying, definitely heard it, blah, blah, blah. So, y'all, now everybody, it did sound like it. If you only heard this clip. So how do I know? Because as you'll notice, with all of the clips that are online, they have all of these different icons and stuff. People have put their logo on it and whatnot. So I went back and I found the original video, and I found, y'all, I go back and I like look at the original videos, and I found the part where this was talked about, where they talked about this, and this part was talking about videos. That's how I knew that she said videos. If you only hear the clip, it will sound like she's saying leader. I agree. If somebody tells you she said leader, you'll just accept it. That doesn't make anything wrong with you. That's what it sounds like, especially when someone primes you to hear that by saying to you ahead of time, she said leader. You'll hear leader. But when you look at the full video, they spent about 15 minutes or maybe more arguing about a video expert. So at the end, she's just saying, we just want to get the videos in. I don't care how they come in. Okay. So now y'all got that part. All right. All right. Anything else we want to see? Val Leonardo says she says leader. So even when I explain it, there's still some people who will say, look, she said leader. And you know what? At the end of the day, maybe she did say leader. I mean, honestly, I mean, she could have said that, honestly, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that she said leader. All right, let's bring up some comments, y'all. Let's bring up some comments. This is from one of our first members. Hold me tighter. Doesn't he have sickle cell? I think that calls for heavy pain management. My understanding is yes. Sickle cell is a very painful disease, and yes. I listened to what she said while she was speaking in the court. Aunt Lala, I'm not sure what you're referring to. I think maybe you were referring to somebody else. Slow it down and you can make out what she said. If you're talking about this clip that I just showed, in my mind, there's no doubt she said videos, because they had just spent, this was the end of a long conversation about videos. And she's just saying she just wants to get the videos in. Now, I'm going to show y'all this. Everybody's tired of this. Everybody's tired of this, but I don't care. I'm not tired of this, so I'm going to show it to you. Now, I saw Thugger Daily. He had debunked that. He had debunked it, right? And Thugger Daily was like, this was the Hilton and Glanville signal. Like, basically, this leaders thing was like the big thing before the Hilton Glanville signal came out. And Thugger Daily, man, I mess with you, Thugger. If you see this video, man, you're the best, buddy.
Hey, check this.
You're the best. You're the best. Why am I getting ads on my own video on my own channel? YouTube's making me watch an ad to watch my own video. But y'all, even though I mess with Thugger Daily, y'all, I don't know. I don't think I can agree with that. This hand signal thing, this looked like a real thing to me, y'all. This is like a real thing to me. I'm trying to just jump to the right part of it so I won't bore y'all with this. Okay, here we go. This hand signal thing looked real to me, y'all. So Thugger, I don't know. Thugger, I don't know, buddy. But the hand signal thing, I've watched this 100 times. And Glanville is going to look, and at first Hilton looks like she's not looking at Glanville. All right, look. First Hilton is not, okay, y'all can't see my finger. First Hilton is looking off in Woody's direction, because this bailiff, he touches her, he causes her to move her gaze from Glanville's direction to Woody's direction. So she's not looking at him. And Woody's over here, and so it looks like she's looking at Woody. Glanville is looking in this direction as well. He's maybe looking at the bailiff, somewhere between the bailiff and Hilton. But now y'all check this out. Glanville looks like he's trying to catch eye contact with Hilton. I don't know. So Thugger, I don't know about this one, buddy. Y'all just watch, okay? Glanville's going to do his thing and then watch. Because at first I thought Hilton wasn't even looking at Glanville, so how could she have done it back? But just watch from this point. Watch. She's going to see, she sees him. See? So there's two things this could have been. It could have been a hand signal. It's three things. It could have been a coincidence. I'm not going to buy the coincidence thing. I don't buy it. It could have been a hand signal, which is the other extreme, or it could have been just one of those things where when one person does something, it triggers somebody else to do something. One person coughs and it triggers another person to cough. You know, it's not that they're necessarily connected, except for that, you know, one person's action kind of plants that seed and another person takes the similar action. I'm willing to, and I can totally believe that she just saw Glanville do it and it just kind of triggered her to do the same thing. That's believable to me. That's totally believable to me. But so it might be nothing. She might see it and it's just, oh, you know, do I have something in my ear? You know, she might be thinking Glanville's like, yo, you got something in your ear. And she's like, oh, you know, I don't want to be on camera with something in my ear. So I can buy that. You know, Glanville's like this. And she's like, huh, do I have something? That's possible. Totally possible. Okay. So I'm certainly not going to, Glanville, like, you know how when you do this and somebody's like, like they think you're trying to signal to them to something, right? So great question. Get back with me. This is an excellent question. Why does it matter? What are the signals indicating? That's an excellent question. And I did just the other day, I watched it a little bit longer to see if something looked like it had happened after this. I could not determine. So that's a good question. Okay. That's a good question. Aunt Lala says, why does it matter? I think you're asking the same question. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But y'all, everybody remember this was the same day as the ex parte meeting. This was after the ex parte meeting. This was after Brian Steele called it out in court. This was after a lot of commotion about the ex parte meeting. So does it mean anything? I would think going back to Sarah, what happens next? I cut the video off because I personally could not determine that anything in particular happened next. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Okay. I don't know. But what I will say is this: if you have a secret signal, then it's a secret. Okay. So we don't know. We don't know. Little Scotty boy, corruption is why it matters. I take it you haven't seen the whole trial. So that's the thing. If it's a secret, then we probably wouldn't be privy to the outcome of the secret thing that happens, right? So y'all, listen up. I'm about to go to the mall. I just wanted to pop on here, watch some things from the trial, give us all a little fix, get a little fix of the YSL trial. We will be back mañana. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. Will I be live streaming tomorrow? I don't know. We will have to see. We will have to see. Y'all, live streaming for a whole day of trial is serious. It is serious, y'all. So, Lily 85, it's been fun. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. Go get maybe get some new clothes so I won't have to wear my same UMBC jacket every day. And y'all have a great Sunday. I thank you, everybody, for popping on, for sharing this time with us today, or with me today. I really appreciate it. Have a great Sunday. We will be back mañana. Special thanks to we got 2 Miss Lilies. How lucky are we? We got 2 Miss Lilies here. All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.